I would request everyone to be please seated as we are about to start our event. Good morning, ladies and gentlemen. Welcome to this special event of FADA Town Hall and GST Workshop 3.0, powered by Real Books. My name is Ritu, and I will be your host for the entire day. We all are here today to celebrate the past, enjoy the present, and look forward to the future. Of course, with the continuous and dedicated efforts put in by each and every one of us. So before we go further, I want all of you to have a big smile on your face and put your hands together for the FADA One Nation, One Association. For a smooth execution of this event, I would request all of you to please put your cell phones to silent mode. Now let us all stand up for the national anthem.
जनगण मन अधिनायक जय हे भारत भाग्य विधाता पंजाब सिंध गुजरात मराठा द्राविड उत्कल बंगा विंध्य हिमाचल यमुना गंगा उज्जल जलधि तरंगा तव शुभ नामे जागे तव शुभ आशीष मांगे गाहे तव जय गाथा जनगण मंगलदायक जय हे भारत भाग्य विधाता जय हे जय हे जय हे जय 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 हे
I would request to all of you to give a big round of applause as we are in the presence of our chief guest, Dr. Saumitra Mohan, Secretary Transport, Government of West Bengal. Thank you so much, sir, for taking the time out and marking this amazing event of FADA Town Hall and GST Workshop 3.0 powered by Real Books. Now I would request our chief guest, Dr. Saumitra Mohan, Secretary Transport Government West Bengal, Mr. Soham Misra, Chairperson FADA West Bengal, Mr. Binod Agarwal, Past President FADA, Mr. Saharsh Damani, CEO FADA, Mr. Amit Manaktala, Past Chairperson FADA, Mr. Siddharth Bhandari, Past Chairperson FADA, Mr. Vinayak Nayyar, Past Chairperson FADA, Ms. Ankita Agarwal, Women Director FADA West Bengal, and Mr. Sandeep Agarwal, General Council Member FADA West Bengal, to please come forward and grace the lamp lighting ceremony.
Hi guys, join us on an exciting
you all for giving a brilliant start to this amazing event of FADA Townhall and GST Workshop 3.0, powered by Real Books. Now I would request Mr. Soham Misra, State Chairperson FADA West Bengal, to please address the August gathering. But before I welcome him on this dais, I would like to share a few lines about him. An innovative and performance-driven entrepreneur with a deep passion for technology and business. He is experienced in managing all aspects of business development, an effective leader with a degree in business and entrepreneurship from NMIMS Mumbai, and an industry experience of over 17 years. In the lieu of the growth and upcoming possibilities in the auto industry in Indian and Asian market, he established One Auto Private Limited, itself as the leading service provider for sales and service for Maruti Suzuki India Limited in the state of West Bengal. So ladies and gentlemen, please put your hands together as we welcome Mr. Soham Misra.
Thank you. Good morning, distinguished guests, media representatives, sponsors, ladies and gentlemen. It's my pleasure to welcome each of you for joining us today for the Town Hall meeting and GST Seminar 3.0, organized by FADA West Bengal. I wish all of you a very happy Boisakhi and Shubha Noboborsho. It's good to kickstart our first state event at FADA West Bengal before the auspicious day of the Bengali New Year. I express my sincere gratitude to Dr. Saumitra Mohan sir, Secretary Transport, Government of West Bengal, for taking out time from his busy schedule and gracing this occasion as our chief guest. His presence today in this function has immensely enhanced its importance. We are extremely grateful to you, sir, as this will motivate and encourage our auto dealers from the state of West Bengal further. I also express my sincere gratitude to our distinguished guests from the Transport Department, Assistant Director Technical, Shri Sanjeev Paik sir, our consultant from MORTH, Srimati Tamishra Ray, our GST consultant for today, Shri Jatin Harjai. We welcome you all to this event, sir. We at FADA West Bengal appreciate the everlasting efforts and groundwork by the Transport Department, West Bengal, in formulating the ease of business and for smooth transition of the various issues faced by our auto dealers fraternity, and also by regulating lots of complicated laws in favor of auto dealers for ease of functioning. West Bengal is the leading state in implementing CMVR rules in a short time period and managing it efficiently. We thank the state transport officials for recently also implementing the used car notification and making the used car business more transparent and organized. I take this opportunity to share that despite many challenges faced in the past 2 years with COVID and now global recession, auto dealers in the state of West Bengal have stood strong, and the retail numbers show a promising story in the growth of West Bengal over the past few years. As the state GDP has also grown by 13% over the last year, there has been consistent growth of over 6% in two-wheelers, 12% in passenger vehicles, and 24% in commercial vehicle sales over the past year. In electric vehicles, there has been a phenomenal growth of 322% in electric two-wheelers and 241% in electric passenger vehicle sales. Annually, we sell almost 1 million vehicles from all categories in the state of West Bengal, which is dominated by the two-wheelers, accounting for almost 8 lakh units. We combined are one of the largest employers of skilled and trained workforce in the state of West Bengal. Together, all auto dealers are responsible to provide employment for over 1.25 lakh workforce, directly and indirectly in the state. We collectively pay motor vehicle tax of close to 2,500 crores, which is a 26% growth over the last year. FADA in West Bengal has been actively working with the state transport authorities in every district in implementing various CMVR rules and giving its support to the department towards various initiatives and programs launched by the government over the years. I am also pleased to inform that one of the oldest auto dealers association in the country, which was formed in Bengal, the MIA, Motor Industries Association, is now a merged body of FADA West Bengal. This gives us a rich history of experienced members who have also served as FADA presidents in the past. The membership strength of FADA has a strong voice and unitedly have overcome many challenges together, whether it was the transition from VAT era to the GST era, or whether it was the BS4 to the BS6 transition. We at FADA West Bengal will continue to work actively and engage with the state government on addressing any concerns related to road transport and formulating any new policies related to development and fast-tracking adoption to electric vehicles. Cleaner fuel vehicles through adding more CNG stations, adding more number of driving skill and training centers, implement a favorable scrappage policy to benefit the existing old car users and enable them to upgrade to more efficient and less polluting new vehicles. I also take this opportunity to highlight 3 key initiatives that will help ease of doing business in our state, which is always on the forefront of implementing new policies. One of them being the 5-year TC implementation across the state. This is one aspect which we urge the state government to take up and implement at the earliest, considering that we as auto dealers have our agreements with all our OEMs for over 1 to 3 years. It will immensely help us if we can get our TCs validated for 5 years instead of the current process, which is for 1 year. We would urge the state government also to give an advisory to all dealers across the state in strict implementation of affixing HSRP before delivery of any vehicle. I think this will also do a lot of good in terms of formulating a clear policy and guideline in the delivery process, which will be a common process across all the dealerships in the state, and will give a lot of clarity to the customers also, where today they will have a lot of issues with different processes across the board. We would want dealer point registration to be done automated, which means the number should be generated automated on the Vahan portal once the tax is paid. I think these are the 3 key aspects which we would urge Secretary and Transport Department to take up on our behalf, and we are willing to coordinate with you on these processes further, sir. Now I'll like to call upon the stage the core team officers of FADA West Bengal, who have been at the helm of affairs and promised to take all dealer member concerns and State Department coordination during their term. To start with, I call upon the stage my immediate past chairperson, Mr. Siddharth Bhandari, Director Bhandari Automobiles. Our Director for Two-Wheelers, Mr. Sharad Gupta, Director High-Tech Motors. Mr. Neeraj Daga, Director Commercial Vehicles. He's from Future Automobiles Agency Private Limited. Our Women Director, Ms. Ankita Agarwal from Premier Car World. Our Director for Electric Vehicles, Mr. Rohit Chaudhary from TC Motors. Our Director from South Bengal, Mr. Anuj Rajgharia from Rajgharia Motors. Our Director Central Bengal, Mr. Debrup Rudra, Rudra Automobiles. Our FADA Governing Council members, Mr. Abhishek Agarwal from Premier Group. Mr. Sandeep K. Agarwal from Kasins Automotive. So this is the core team which is at the helm of affairs and will be addressing all our concerns moving forward, whether it is any coordination that is required with the state government officials, whether it is any dealer concerns that is being raised, I think this is a team to go forward to and look forward to while we work together. FADA has taken various initiatives nationwide towards road safety by taking a pledge to ride safely, including execution of several awareness campaigns to bring down the rate of road fatalities. The screening of road safety videos and banners have been executed at dealerships. Green Plantation Drive has been launched as a nationwide initiative and promises to bring a positive change to the environment. I would like to welcome our CEO FADA, Mr. Saharsh Damani, who will further give us insights on the various initiatives taken by FADA across the country and the relevance and voice that FADA holds in the auto industry. Thank you.
I request all of you to please stay back for a group photograph. Please, sir. Sir, please back. Thank you everyone, and thank you Mr. Misra for your vividly informative speech and motivation towards FADA. Now I would like to share a few lines about our next speaker, Mr. Saharsh Damani, CEO FADA, with a career spanning close to 2 decades in various liaising, merger and acquisitions, strategy and research related roles. Mr. Damani is driving the FADA's work and support the executive committee, the council, the dealer committee in large in seeking solutions on issues related to auto retail and in auto retail industry. He is working with an endeavor to build a strong and sustainable auto retail sector in India. He was recently awarded with India's Top Minds 2022 award at the Indian Brand and Leadership Conclave by the Brand Story. So ladies and gentlemen, please put your hands together for our next speaker, Mr. Saharsh Damani.
Respected Dr. Saumitra Mohanji, Secretary, Transport, Government of West Bengal, Shri Soham Misra, State Chairperson, West Bengal, the entire FADA West Bengal State Chapter team present here, past President Shri Vinod Agarwal ji, Governing Council members representing West Bengal, friends from the media who are present for this event today, ladies and gentlemen, good morning and welcome to this FADA session on Town Hall and GST 4.0. I believe that FADA needs no introduction today because all are well versed with your association, but still FADA was formulated in 1964. We are a 59 years old, India's only apex national body for auto retail in the country, and which we are all proud of. Under FADA, we have around 15,000 dealerships, which have around 26,500 dealership outlets. And the biggest part is we employ around 5.5 million people directly at our dealerships, giving them training, on-the-job training on a daily basis. Keeping the introduction short about FADA, what FADA has been doing since some time now, I would like to give you a brief glimpse about that. We have all been talking about the Model Dealer Agreement, or as you know, the MDA. Now, why is MDA important for all of us? As you know, we released the Model Dealer Agreement in our Auto Retail Conclave held last year in September by the hands of CM President Shri Vinod Agarwal, MD, VECV. And the same was shared to all our members on all WhatsApp groups and emails. The MDA seeks to establish equity and balance in the contractual relationship between the OEMs and the dealers and ensures that Indian OEM dealer agreements adhere to the global standards. This was done after undertaking an in-depth analysis of various dealership agreements, and that was close to approximately 350 global agreements what we studied over a period of 2 years. so that agreements which are already prevailing in the Western world, in the European market, in the American market, South African market, Australian market, the same set of agreements should also come up in the Indian market, because we are no less in terms of the establishment, in terms of the infrastructure, what we create in our country compared to any of these markets. The MDA is a well-balanced agreement which we have prepared after hard work of 2 years. And the basic, and if I have to talk in a nutshell, what does this MDA talk about? It talks about a minimum 5-year agreement term. Now today our TC is also valid for 5 years, and I'm sure, and as I've spoken to Secretary Sir, he's also saying that if we write to them officially, it will be taken care and it will be implemented in the state of West Bengal. A well-defined exit policy is a must. We have seen multiple exits of OEMs happening in our country, where dealer is the last person to know about that his OEM or his principal is exiting the market. So it should be a well-defined process in the agreement itself in terms of what happens if an OEM exits from the country. If a dealer exit, how does it exit? How does he do his exit? His termination clause should also be clearly defined in the agreement. A well-balanced indemnification clause should be put in place in the agreement itself, so that both dealers and the OEMs are well versed with what are the nuances of the trade. So once we launched this, I am happy to share that we have met 12 OEMs and discussed the model dealer agreement with them. Kia, Honda Cars, Volvo Eicher, HMSI, MG Motors, Volvo Cars, Renault, Mahindra and Mahindra, Maruti, Tata Motors Passenger Vehicle Division, Hyundai and Hero MotoCorp. The good thing is MG Motors, as you know, has already adopted our model dealer agreement, and it has already been rolled out by the company. It's all hard work of the team and of the members who took part in this activity. I would also like to share that MDA process rollout is in advanced stages in multiple companies like Volvo Eicher. In Hyundai, Hero MotoCorp is also studying it through their legal department, and we'll soon hear some good news about the rollouts happening in other companies also. We are also working very hard in terms of the Auto Dealers Protection Act. Friends, apart from the model dealer agreement, we are pushing this ADP Act with by meeting a lot of members of parliaments. Till now, approximately, we have met around 60 MPs. And if I look at the state of West Bengal, we have 42 MPs in Lok Sabha and 16 MPs in Rajya Sabha, which is a total of 58. And I'm sure all these MPs are already in touch with us because they all need vehicles, and we are the only single point of contact through whom they can buy vehicles. So if all of us can also put our mind together and meet them and make them understand why a Auto Dealer Protection Act is required, the way it is already there in the US market, in the UK and European market, South Africa and Australia, it should also be brought here so that a model code of conduct can be established and we get a safety net for our business, what we are doing right now. We already have a session on scrappage in the later part of the day, so I will not talk much about that, but this is a good business opportunity for all the dealers. Scrappage centers and automated testing facilities. It's a good business opportunity. It adds revenue to your top line, and it's a unique business proposition which I think all of you should look at very keenly. And I will also request Honorable Secretary Sir, if rules and laws can be implemented in the state for smooth rolling out of both scrappage as well as automated testing facilities. As Mr. Soham Misra already mentioned about the green initiative, automobiles is always looked at like a polluting agent. So what can we do to balance it? If we at our dealerships can give one sapling with every vehicle delivery, it will do a good cause for the environment. We'll be able to make our city, our surroundings much more green, and it will help in terms of cutting the carbon footprint in our area and our location. One last thing I would want to inform all of you about. We celebrate Doctors' Day, we celebrate Father's Day, Children's Day, Sister's Day, but there is no day called as an Auto Dealers Day. So we at FADA thought that why not create an Auto Dealers Day also in India and make it global one day. So FADA was established on 19th of September, and henceforth every 19th of September will be celebrated as Auto Dealers Day in the country. And I will request for your inputs also in terms of what should we do at the dealership level, at the state level, and also at the central level, so that we can make it huge and grand one day. We have opened FADA Academy so that our dealers can be skilled on a daily basis, because there are a lot of technical changes happening, there are a lot of business related changes happening. And the first course, which was leadership and management for auto dealers, is already towards its closure, and on 17th of this month we are having its convocation. FADA Academy is now ready with its second course, which is called Management by Dashboard. Now dashboard is something which every dealer should look at in terms of his day-to-day business viability, what are the changes, what are the red flags, or what are the positives of his businesses. So dashboard becomes very important in this, and hence this course has been introduced. I would strongly recommend that the brochures and details have already been floated on the groups and email. Please have a look and please see if you can enroll for this course also. We have been releasing monthly auto retail figures from 2018. Now what has gone behind it, and how did we come up with monthly retail figures? What were the challenges which we faced, and what are we doing at present? We have created a small video on this, and I would request if we can play the auto retail video on the screen, please.
Data is a very important tool for any business, and for auto industry it is the most important thing. The problem in auto industry was always that the kind of data which was taken for any kind of analysis or categorization was not the right data, because it was covering the wholesale data, and it was normally called the sale data. Wholesale data, which means if a vehicle is manufactured and dispatched to the dealers, so practically it is only the transfer of stock from the manufacturer to the dealers, whereas it was always termed as sale data, and this happened only in India if we compare the whole world.
See, even though wholesale data just gave a small hint, me as a dealer, it never gave me an accurate picture in terms of the inventory level which I am carrying at my backyard.
It was around August 2018 that the IL&FS crisis hit the market.
What we are calling a time bomb that is ticking fast. The IL&FS turmoil has sent shock.
Liquidity suddenly dried up for all the NBFCs. Around the same time, dealers had stocked up on inventory for the forthcoming festive season, and what followed was bad. We had one of the worst festive seasons in the last 10 years. That was also a time that the auto majors released figures which showed a growth of 8.5%, whereas the market reality was something different. That's when we decided to release the festive numbers, so that the market reality is known to everybody, including our manufacturers.
So festive demand has not been good as per our expectations, and to be very frank, this kind of slowdown we saw last in 2013. We started working on the data rigorously, and we thought that beginning January 2019 we should pull out the data on a regular basis.
The Federation of Automobile Dealers Association, or FADA, has released the monthly vehicle registration data for the month of December 2018.
The biggest challenge which we faced was the data itself. While Vahan was being used by many states, it wasn't giving a complete picture. Second, for historical data, there was a big dump which was provided in the Vahan platform. So we had to clearly sit down with MORTH, the ministry, and also NIC, the National Informatics Center, which manages Vahan. We had to do multiple round of meetings with them, make them understand how to clear the data and how to clean it.
We were releasing the data on 20th of every month, and that was a big concern what we were facing. We had to check the basic reason, which we found out that the different RTOs were taking around 10 days to get those approval done of the vehicle which were registered. And that is where we had to push MORTH and NIC to improve the process of approval, which helped us a lot. We were able to reduce the dates, and it's really wonderful. From 20th we came down to 10, and today we are doing around 4th and 5th.
Let me welcome Vinkesh Gulati.
अब क्या सिचुएशन थोड़ी बेहतर हुई है नंबर को देखते हुए थोड़ी
Total vehicle retails have shown a recovery.
FADA has released the auto registration numbers for the month of Jan.
Today, FADA data has become the most anticipated data in auto industry.
Dear channel partners, I would like to congratulate FADA for the initiative taken on reporting industry retails. Retail data depicts the real sales in the market. Therefore, by focusing on retails, it helps to drive alignment across the value chain and brings greater efficiency and effective working capital management for all the stakeholders.
I congratulate FADA on collating and disseminating vehicle data month on month without fail for the last 4 years. The FADA data is indeed a wealth of authentic information on vehicle consumption across the country.
Now, when you have retail data of the entire industry, of different companies in front of you, you actually know how these products in different segments are doing in the market.
This also helps us to understand the production ramp-ups, to the market share of the car makers, and to the sustained demand in the market of the Indian industry.
Even the RBI's industry monitoring group takes our data to plan and analyze the health of the Indian auto industry. And lately, the Modi government, when they came up their achievement of 8 years, FADA data was covered as the base of showing the growth in auto industry. Moving on with time, we have improved our data to a very good level. A lot of classifications which we are sharing. Recently, we had also started electric vehicle, and also the three-wheeler segregation on load, electric vehicle and all.
Going forward, I think we'll keep on innovating ourselves, keep on innovating in terms of the data, so that more accurate picture can be given to all the stakeholders of the auto industry.
Our aim is that one day we are able to release this data on 1st of every month, so that everybody involved in this auto industry is able to strategize and plan for the future at the real time.
Along with the timing of release on 1st, the idea is to provide a comprehensive, detailed and in-depth research of the auto retail data to all the stakeholders of the industry so that they can analyze the past, execute in the present and prepare for the future in the uncertain times which many believe are here to stay.
So that's in a nutshell what FADA has been doing in the industry in terms of releasing the auto retail figures. The last thing on my agenda is the road safety campaign which FADA has launched during the Auto Summit in the month of January. We would now also want to launch the same in our state, West Bengal. We have created Buckle Up campaign. It becomes very imperative that people on the road, many don't still understand the cost of life, why wearing helmet and wearing a seat belt is important and mandatory, and how it can save your life. We have created videos which we will be sharing with all of you, where you can put your dealership logos and play it during the delivery vehicle ceremony, may it be at a two-wheeler dealership or a passenger vehicle dealership to begin with. And we like to show you these videos so that it can be disseminated in times to come. Can we play the videos?
अरे इतनी जल्दी पापा?
हाँ भाई, टाइम पास मंडली कहाँ चल दिए सुबह सुबह?
पापा मौसम अच्छा था तो सोचा लॉन्ग ड्राइव पे चले जाए लोनावाला।
मौसम तो अच्छा है। एक मिनट रुको बेटा, एक फोटो तो बनती है ना मेमोरी के लिए, हाँ? अब स्माइली फेस नहीं, सीरियस फेस।
हो गया? अब चले?
अरे एक मिनट बेटा, एक मिनट। हेलो लता, ये जुगनू बाहर जा रहा है, इसका फेवरेट गाजर का हलवा तो बना दो।
पापा हम निकल रहे हैं, और सुबह सुबह हलवा कौन खाता है?
अच्छा बेटा, तो अपनी माँ से तो बात करता जाना, अब पता नहीं फिर बात हो ना हो।
पापा सुबह सुबह क्या बोल रहे हो?
अच्छा, और तुम लोग जो बिना सीट बेल्ट लगाए जा रहे हो
तो सीधे बोल देते ना, इतना मेलोड्रामा करने की क्या जरूरत थी?
बोला तो 1000 बार है, लेकिन बिना ड्रामा के तुम्हें समझ में आता है क्या? अब सीट बेल्ट लगाओ जल्दी, और हाँ पीछे वालों तुम सब भी।
अब ठीक है, जाए।
हैप्पी जर्नी बेटा।
ऑटो।
मैं ड्रॉप कर दूं?
जाना तो था, लेकिन तुम रेडी नहीं लग रहे।
रेडी नहीं? रेडी तो हूं।
एक मिनट, ये लो, तुम भी रेडी हो जाओ।
So these are the videos which we'll be sharing with all of you, and I will request everyone to play it during their vehicle delivery ceremony. I've taken a lot of time, so thank you for your time, and you have an interesting day ahead. So wish you a learning experience. Thank you.
Thank you, Mr. Damani, for inspiring us with such wonderful, informative video and motivating us on road safety. As Mr. Damani has already spoken about the Green Initiative, I'll brief up a few lines on it. FADA has come up with Green Initiative. This initiative was launched on 13th January 2023 at FADA's at FADA's 12th Auto Summit. Our objective is to give back the same care and protection to the environment that has been always bestowed on us and our society in the most effective manner. Hence, as auto dealers, we should give one sapling of a plant to every customer on purchase of a new vehicle. Statistics says that India sells more than 2 crore vehicles in every calendar year. So if all auto dealers take the pledge and gift the sapling in place of any other options, we will be doing wonders in improving the air quality and the green coverage. By doing this, we will showcase FADA and dealers as an environment caring organization. It will also act as a great customer engagement exercise with immense brand recall, as the customer will be thinking of us whenever he sees the plant growing. For taking this pledge, I would request all of you to please log into our FADA website and tap on the Take Pledge icon. Right at the top, it should be there. You can read it from your mobile or on the display screen over here. After taking the pledge, you all can generate a certificate by tapping on the red icon which states Generate Certificate button at the bottom of the page. We are thrilled to have our Honorable Chief Guest, Dr. Saumitra Mohan, with us today. Dr. Mohan, an IAS officer of 2002 batch, allotted to the West Bengal cadre. He is presently working as the Secretary, Department of Transport, Government of West Bengal. Before joining the services, he served as an Assistant Regional Director at the Indira Gandhi National Open University, Assistant Professor of Political Science at Meerut University, and as a journalist with Press Trust of India. He has published more than 400 articles in different national and international newspapers, magazines, and journals. Dr. Mohan has been awarded with many state and national awards for his initiatives in good governance, development, and administration. I would request our chief guest, Mr. Saumitra Mohan, IAS Secretary Transport Government of West Bengal, to please come up on the dais and give the pledge to our present state chairperson West Bengal, Mr. Soham Misra, and to all the auto dealers present here. I would request Mr. Soham Misra to please welcome Dr. Mohan. Thank you. Thank you, sir, for being with us over here and gracing the occasion. Sir, we'll hand over a mic to you, sir.
Responsible auto dealer.
As a responsible auto dealer.
As a responsible auto dealer.
And a member of Federation of Automobile Dealers Association.
And a member of Federation of Automobile Dealers Association.
Hereby take the pledge.
Hereby take the pledge.
That I will improve air quality and breathe coverage of my city.
That I will improve air quality and breathe coverage of my city.
To do this in the most effective manner. I'll give one plant sapling to every customer on purchase of a new vehicle.
I will give one plant sapling.
Thank you, sir. Thank you for giving us the pledge. Sir, I would request you to please enlighten us with a few lines. Thank you, sir.
Mr. Soham Misra, President FADA Calcutta Chapter, Mr. Saharsh Damani, CEO FADA, other members of the Executive Committee, my colleagues from the Transport Department and other government departments, invited guests, ladies and gentlemen. A very warm good afternoon to everyone here. It's really my proud privilege to be here at the annual meeting and GST seminar organized by Federation of Automobile Dealers Association. The Transport Department, Government of West Bengal, through its different agencies, not only provides regulatory framework for the transport sector in the state, but also provides with different services, including flying of buses, trams, and ferries services. We also work with different stakeholders and facilitate the operation of helicopters and aircraft from certain destination in association with the Ministry of Civil Aviation. The department, as you all already know, has been instrumental in conception, facilitation, and often execution of such infrastructural projects as have bearing on the transport sector, including those related to traffic and road safety. The department plays an important role in coordinating with different agencies and government departments for the strengthening and upgradation of metro railways in Calcutta, being the nodal department for the purpose. The department continues to be one of the major revenue earning arms of the state government, with our total revenue, including those from the taxes and enforcement, this year touching 3,400 crore almost, from around 2,600 crore during the last financial year. The Transport Department has been working with different stakeholders to ensure smooth operation of different businesses, economic activities, and day-to-day life for the common people, as mediated through the different modes of transport. We have also been upgrading and simplifying different services for the benefit of all concerned. As you already know, The department offers a total of 153 online services, including 102 faceless services, thereby strengthening the ease of doing business architecture in the state through our Silpasathi and portals like Vahan and Sarathi. We are in the process of taking many more such initiatives for better realization of government taxes and revenue by leveraging information technology and artificial intelligence. This definitely shows our commitment to the statutory requirement of provisioning time-bound, efficient, and effective services as also mandated under the Right to Services Act. We have tried to maintain and ensure utmost transparency in the provisioning of different services by the department. After a recent incident at Kasba office, at our Kasba office, as was pointed by one of the FADA members, we are now in the process of taking steps to provide all our MV officers with POS machines to preempt any such recurrence of such incidents. Suvidha Portal is another landmark initiative by the department in association with the IT department, which has completely revolutionized the movement of goods vehicle at different international checkposts, thereby cutting wastage of time, money, resources, and man-hour. The department shall continue making endeavors for enhancing transparency in the system in our service delivery. We would further improve and simplify the system through process re-engineering for the benefit of you all to ensure that West Bengal does become one of the very attractive destinations for the investment in the transport sector. To this effect, we are also in the process of creating and framing newer policies and guidelines. We invite your active participation in the establishment of registered vehicle scrapping facility that Saharsh was already mentioning. I think Misra will be giving a detailed presentation on that. Supply and installation of vehicle location tracking devices, as you already know, we are already working, department is already seized with the initiative, and already we have around 12,000 vehicles have already been installed, and we hope all the the identified census or the target that we have given through the year will be around 2 lakh of them, more than 2 lakh will be doing, and it will also begin with the government vehicles actually. So we'll cover all the government vehicles, all the goods vehicle, all the commercial vehicles, passenger vehicles. So wherever you have public interface, we'll be having this VLTDs in those vehicles first, and then we'll move on to, so this is the first phase planning. Then again, we have also taken initiative for monetization of identified landed assets of the department. Then we also request you to become our custodians in different districts for parking and custody of vehicles. Setting up of newer auto emission testing centers. We have many of them, but we want more of them. For the benefit of, because as we grow, the number of vehicles increase, we definitely will be needing more of them, and definitely CNG or retrofitting facilities across the state within the stated contours of our policies. We would also request you to avail the economic and business opportunities for introduction of better passenger transport services in the state. We look forward for productive partnership with you all in the operation of our trams, buses, and ferry services. While the automobile sector gained substantially as a result of government's Gati Dhara project, it's really sad that some of the dealers actually never supplied the vehicle despite placement of subsidy funds with them. I take this opportunity to advise you all, like already mentioned by Saharsh and Soham, to seek a separate registration for dealing, because we've just notified our used car dealers SOP. So for taking a separate registration for dealing in registered vehicles, like the sale of second and third hand vehicles. It was sad also to note that some of the app cap services in the state, service providers have been found to be operating or running their services without any permission. We have already initiated action against them. Water transport is another sunshine area where I don't know whether how much dealers are associated there, but this is another sunshine area where we can have huge business opportunity available. The department, with the financial support from the state government and the World Bank, is already in the process of strengthening its transport infrastructures and logistics.
The total budget for the World Bank related project is pegged at around 1100 crore. Other sources are also similarly being tapped for the purpose of strengthening water transport infrastructure and logistics, including the state government sources. With a view to check air pollution, the Department of Power has, as you already mentioned in one of the predecessors mentioned in their speeches, has already come out with a very detailed policy guideline for the electric vehicles, which has a bouquet of benefits for the interested stakeholders, including subsidies, tax waivers, and waivers of the requirement for the top permits. Registration fee and MB tax have been waived till 31st March 2024, starting last year, 1st April last year, or 2022, for all the 2 and 4-wheeler electric and CNG operated vehicles to boost the clean fuel vehicle industry. The state government attaches high priority to strengthening road safety benchmarks and standards, reinforced by better enforcement of relevant motor vehicle rules. The state level and district level committees, council and committees on road safety ensure compliance with different provisions and direction of the Apex Supreme Court Committee on Road Safety. In fact, many of you are already, are members of these committees at the district and the state level. West Bengal is one of the pioneering states in taking a number of initiatives with respect to better road safety roadmap in the state. Kolkata Police, West Bengal Police, Public Works Department, National Highway Authority of India, Indian Railways, Urban Development and Municipal Affairs Department, among others, are key partners in the road safety drive. We shall soon be establishing regional driving training centers and automated testing centers. In fact, for a change, this automated testing center we are doing, as of now, we are doing in the state sector only. It will be operated by the government. So we plan to set up these ATSs across the state. And one, is already coming up at Behala. So this is for strengthening of the road safety infrastructures in the state. Electronic surveillance and monitoring equipment, and again it's something that Supreme Court Committee has been very much emphasizing, are increasingly being leveraged and harnessed for better enforcement of road safety regulations and norms. IDAR and ERAD, as you know, they relate to roads accident database, shall soon provide us with the availability of rich database of all the accidents in the state for analyzing the same, for making timely course correction. Establishment of a command and control system. When you have VLTDs, so VLTDs have to be, the input that you receive from the VLTDs have to be connected to a particular control or command center. So what we have, obviously, like it's happening in other parts, as of now, actually, to my understanding, it's happening in West Bengal and in Tamil Nadu, I suppose. So this VLTD command and control system will have all the inputs coming through or coming from VLTDs should be connected to the command control system, which will again be connected to the police control room across the state, definitely the state headquarter one. So which will again, which will completely, transform how we see road safety and different kind of emergency situation that will be coming up. So here we will request you and call upon you, all of you, to join the drive to further strengthen the road safety and security infrastructure and architecture in the state. We will soon be integrating the issuance of e-challans with Sarathi and Vahan software for automated notification of offences, for fine realization, and linking them with suspension of DLRC as might be required for the purpose. We hope to start, as you know, we will very soon will be having this smart card type DLRC. So it will be started, the entire process will be rolled out in the month of May. So with the notification of and we are also pushing, we have been holding and advising our officers across the state, different RTAs, to identify and notify different routes, newer routes. So if you have newer routes, obviously they will result in newer need for introduction of newer vehicles. So this we have been pushing. We hope this will further give a boost to the auto dealer business and economic activities. In fact, as you know, some of you are already part of our BGBS subcommittee on transport sector. In fact, there will be lot many activities which will be coming up in times to come, and there are so many things to discuss and share. Many things that we are doing, or we have done. Obviously, it has happened because we have received inputs from all of you. And as we receive inputs from all of you, we accordingly, input the same into making and framing newer policies. So as you pointed out, about trade certificate or, high security registration plates or dealer point registration, all these issues or any other issue which might be there, we suggest that you, give us, keep on writing to us. If there's anything, any suggestion, anything that you can do. Again, there could be different kinds of ideas. One could be very complicated, very long-term. It involves, in legislation, or it involves cabinet resolutions. But there could be some low-hanging fruits. Maybe some executive decision at our level can be very helpful to the entire sector. So if there is any such thing, let's keep on discussing. In times to come, the BGBS committee will be more functional and active. So we'll be interacting with you on day-to-day basis, and we hope to receive all these inputs. But more than that, as again, since we are a target, we are eyeing a BGBS for the month of November, hopefully this year. So we request to also think of investment ideas, how we can promote investment in different, in the automobile sector or in the transport sector. So you are our think tanks, you are one of the very key stakeholders, how we can do that completely, because we at being the transport department, we think that from our perspective, like, like चूहे बिल्ली का खेल चलता रहता है. We try to realize more and more taxes, and you try to ensure that how to, escape the net, not necessarily though. So the idea is, how we can get together well, how we can, coordinate and complement, supplement each other's thoughts, vision, inputs, to ensure that we come out really with, some kind of policies and in such interventions as will help everyone. But at the end of the day, we are all here for ensuring and strengthening the public welfare. That it finally results. Since the system we are all working, it's for the benefit of the people only. So as long as we all can, coordinate our action, we can definitely hope to do that. So we just, I hope that all of you, being there, we invite all of you, request all of you to come out with different inputs, suggestions, policy guidelines or advices, so that we as a transport department, we have right kind of inputs, and we actually do continue serving the state of West Bengal and all of you as well as we have been doing. Thank you.
Thank you, sir. On behalf of everyone from FADA, I thank you, sir, for your deep insights. And I'm sure, sir, everyone now has a far more understanding about the symbiotic working of FADA and the government of West Bengal. I would request Mr. Binod Agarwal, former President, FADA, and Mrs. Ankita Agarwal, Women Director, FADA West Bengal, to please come forward and felicitate Dr. Saumitra Mohan. Thank you. A huge round of applause, everybody. Thank you. Thank you. Thanks a lot, everyone. Thank you. Thank you, sir, for your gracious presence. Now, I would request Mr. Abhishek Agarwal, General Council Member, West Bengal, to present the vote of thanks.
Good afternoon, distinguished guests, media representatives, sponsors, ladies and gentlemen. I consider it a great privilege to propose a vote of thanks to all the dignitaries who have made it convenient to attend the town hall meet today here, organized by FADA West Bengal on this auspicious day of Dr. Ambedkar Jayanti. I take this opportunity to express our sincere thanks to Dr. Saumitra Mohan, IS Secretary Transport, Government of West Bengal, for taking out time from his busy schedule and gracing this occasion as the chief guest. His presence today in this function has immensely enhanced his importance. We are extremely grateful to you, sir, for your insightful address, as this will motivate our auto dealers further. Sir, we are deeply grateful for your everlasting efforts and groundwork in formulating Ease of Business Group for smooth transition of various issues faced by auto dealers and giving us a great platform for growth opportunities. Sir, we assure you our support and seek your guidance and cooperation going forward for the benefit of generating better opportunities in the transport sector in the state of West Bengal, including the opportunities you just spoke in your speech, like VLTDs, control rooms, regional training centers, etc. Last but not the least, I would like to thank FADA CEO Mr. Saharsh Damani, Chairperson FADA West Bengal Mr. Soham Misra, and all the council members and members of FADA present here for putting in all the efforts in organizing today's event. Thank you so much.
I would request every one of you to, the state committee, the council members, and the ex-chairperson to please come up on stage with Dr. Mohan and take a group photograph. So, the past chairperson, council members, president, and our CEO to please come up on stage for a group photograph. The RDs, if anyone is present over here, please come up for the photograph.